Was Nelly haunted? Or was Nelly the security? Obviously, not good enough security. The wall, the window was broken. The wall wasn't broken. The window was broken. What did Nelly know about myself? Obviously, they would know you from them. No? They, Al. One of those. I have to see later what I've done. What I'll. Well, what one's done. You know when there's a phony one, when they will do the voice inside and out, they will do a voice over. They will use a mock with the phony voice, but they will also enter personal because they cannot talk to you. Why? Because I won't want to talk to you. And then you're not the kind of person that one can talk to then. You're not an easygoing one, are you? Obviously not. Well, then you're going to have to become that one then. The one that's not easy, not the one that was. You have to change character. You're going to have to go to a different world. Another one. No, you're going to have to say something. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to talk. You're going to have to walk. Whoa. What was Nelly? No, it wasn't the fantasy of the 1980s duration. I don't know if I saw it. I would have done. You would have done. And then you land yourself in it. You put yourself to, you would be that kind of individual. You're that kind of person. No partner gives a lot of, you must be in every known, you go against the law. No, you always think of a joke. No, damn. Sorry for the reference. Yes. So. But then you won't hope aside of you. You'll go too into that direction. And then it will be, now you've got that kind of person. You're the one to joke. You're the one to mock. Not the one to be joked with. You're the one to make a joke out of them. You're the one to find easy ways. Tam, tam, tam. Tam, tam, tam. Damn. Then you've used other words. You've used the wrong ones. You've used the right ones. You've used an inside. You've gone. So what did Nelly do? What was Nelly's play? What did Nelly, what was? You've used the words. No, you haven't. What was it? They were haunted. Did they represent anything? With security, it was a zone. What was it? Was it controlled? Was it not? Was it cut? Was it won? What was it? You can reverse anything outside of the house with any kind of piece of paper then. You had that procedure, I take it. Your blood was taken out. It's mine now. Your muscles will now have the skin of one that will be one of the other. Pie. Age. No. Consent. No, wait. Whoa. Wow. Then. Why? How? Let me make it clearer in black and white print. What's there and what have you known since? Now, the easy one was, what was that? Mazel. They haunt, they give a walk. You have no fear, you feel God, but you You feared that one. Why would you have fear? What was that one? What did you fear? The horn. It must be a ghost. They took you inside. Room gone. You jumped one day. There was fear then. We saw it. Ha ha ha. What was the name of the one not known? One seen. One heard. Inside out. One was gone. Two. Town. Well, I saw one. They hit the bar hard. They whacked it. They whacked it. Yes. But when they were whacking it, what was the thought? What was the whacking? With the whacking, you know what? If we take the health record, then we can prove that the whack was with that guy. The whack was not you. The whack was another one. The whack was a shoe. No, the whack was the foot. No, the whack was something other. Go on. What was it? There was an answer. What was the question? You're going with the same words. You need to think. You don't use that. I know I try. But anyway, you won't. But, so, what? Gone? No. Why? Where? When? How? How? That's the... And then you get the answer. What was the answer? How? If that one was haunted, what's behind the curtain? What's behind the scene? I told you. They said, look, I'm not there to haunt you. I'm there to ensure that you were doing what you were, that you were not. To know what one would have done if they could. So it was a good haunt. It wasn't the one that's not good. You know why I would use the other word? I don't like that guy. That guy would put what we call, you would not fear God. Ah! You would. No, you would not. Ah, but then you're using talk. One wouldn't. You got to think of the life that, you got to think of the ones that would not believe. So, why? Have you not understood something that you have done then? You use the other side, but you would, but it's an auto. I can't help it. You pray. No, that you didn't. You did. Have you got the evidence? Have you got a piece of paper? We've got none. So how can you say that you were? You won't. You will. You why? What? So with questions? Pieces of paper? I have every answer. No, you won't. What was the question? What was the answer? What was the... And what was the conclude? No, what was the end of the story? You see then, you see a route through. You see then there's a cut zone. It's way to go inside, outside, but not to the side. From every point of view, one cannot. I sit down when you won't. Why? Because I find you. No, I won't. It's not my work. You will find you. We will find you. No, you won't find you. You're not in a position anyway, so you can't say, no, you're not in any role. So, what would you do? Gone, now, hi, go, where, when, why? So, how? If that one was haunted for the individual there, what's behind the curtain? Obviously, you told of a breaking, the window went. So obviously, they've not done a secure work thing, but they were haunted. Would they put fear into you? No, I dropped back. It was easy. And they gave me a blow lights later. They gave me a welding for breaking and entering. Well, obviously, they're all over part. You would need to learn that to be on the other side. You would have to find out why. So, on the one side or the other, you became that one. Now, so you needed to give a CV that you broke and entered to become somebody who can wear the, you can drive the blue car. You can drive the one with the turbo. I need to control the saliva for that one. Will be 100%, 200%, 300%. So what was it? What was it? What was it? What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? I'll tell you. Obviously, the one that was standing in the window, they couldn't secure it that day. And you didn't need it. You were upstairs. You were knocked out. What were you knocked out with? Why did you not hear anything? Your ears, they did not work. Did you have anything to go inside? No, you didn't. So the secure was broken. The zone was now the one to enter. It wasn't a red light. It was blue. No, it wasn't. I couldn't have a blue one. Why? That's against the wall. Raw. No, raw. It's something else. It was orange. No, it wasn't. It was yellow. It was green. It was purple. It was pink. No, it was white. It was gold, silver, everything. Silver. That's the answer that will give you a cut somewhere. That will break the zone and you go there. Now you see yourself on the side that you were not. You're on the other side. You did that one day. The one that was haunted was just a Zeus, wasn't it? They were. Why? Because I was only that. I was that big. I wasn't that big. I wasn't big enough. I couldn't kick. Or could you? I could move the foot. But would you? So, what was it? Who was it? No, what was it? Why was it? What was it? When was it? Where was it? What was it? Why was it? How was it? Oh, no. So the one that was haunted, I told you made up. Or give me an answer for maybe that might be the concern either within your brain or their own brain. There was no brain inside there. It was just plastic. Or another answer behind the curtain there. One broke the window, one broke the secure, the zone was entered, one came at the side, one was now inside, one will have to go back many, many years of how they did that. Why? What gave you the inside knowledge, the zone that one should not go in? What made you break cut when one would not have anything there? Because there's nothing there, there's no talk back. There's no, and when we use the word case, it becomes a mental health one. It becomes they're a case, they're gone, the brain's down, they're a head case, you know the words. So, I'll tell you the answer. Why was that zone secure not that day? What was behind the side? Where did they go and what was their name? What did they work? What was the world? What was the act? What was the no and why were they not whacked? You should have done. I hadn't seen them. I was quietly sound with the ears closed. So we could do that one day, we can do that any day. We'll find a way inside. We'll cut with break. We'll kick the door down. And then, it was easy. We'll say that it was the other guy. We'll say it was that one. We'll say it was that one. We'll say it's something to do with not you. It was something to do with someone else. We'll use it. The saliva go, no. What word was it? What word was it? What word was it? They'll tempt you with one. They'll say keep it. Keep it. Use it. You need it. You know, you want the toys, you want the gadgets, you want the drive, you want the audios then. You want the insides, you want the ears, you want the no. You want what goes behind the scenario, the curtain. Close it. No. Have it on view. What was seen, what was not. Go on. You knew. You always would know. You're the inside one. You pressed the where did your finger go? You see the answer to give for the control of the device that one would use to change the TV screen. You use one. You put the finger on it. It goes on another one. It goes on another one. It goes on another one. You have a toy. You move it. It goes around. What else? Go on. When that's haunted, what would that tell you? That's not haunted. But if you need to get inside, you need to get the frequencies, you need to get the radios, you need to jump, you need to now use that, what we call that skull that you want. Oh, the skull's not yours now. There's a picture without it. There's a photograph done. You're gone. The shoulders are not here. The shoulders have gone swole. Quick or not. Not quick enough. You need to move quicker, faster. It needs to be to the dot. Why? what was that horn? What was that? What was inside there? What was inside there? What was the horn? It was another guy or something to do with the breaking it in. It was the window. Why? Because there's a sway roof. You know, if you have the boot, if it moves, if it gets near, we can, what we call, take your insides for force. We'll drag you, we'll kick you. You won't even know, will you? How? Because that's the way the world works, son. That's the way the question was done. The answer was known. They've used the words behind on my own routine schedule. Why? Because of someone like that then. It wasn't the one that used to stand in the secure zone. It was what behind the curtain was. What did the break and enter on that very day? Why have I not used the foot to ensure they would not pay? Use a note again. So, I would not know, you would not know, you would know, you would not know. What would you know? Behind the curtain, behind the scenario, the one that broke and entered, the one that took the window. It wasn't obviously the one that was, you would say, was not haunted. The one that would not take the inside, the ghost, to take everyone around them. So, I'll take yours, or have the soul then taken there and then. What was it? 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 It was something to do with how the one behind the scenario, the curtain, broke the window, took what they took, and blamed it on the one that was not haunted. So, what was the squid? No, what was the squid for? The one that would model the clothes. They said it was not I. They said you might have fear. One was not haunted, but one might have been because one had a thought at night. So, was the thought true? No, I won't know. It might be a part of the sensory, but you're not like that, so that's not the concern. So, what was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? You see, the discreet will have one to find that it might be something to do with what did go on right one day. What was the reason for then the zones to have a secure need? A need, then not even a want, it was a need, the need to secure. So what was it behind the scenario? What was it behind the curtain? Why would we have to do that? Why would we have to walk oneself back inside? We can't open the doors now like we used to. And then we're back to the old days. Now we got another answer. We have another reason. There was another. There was one. We can't give you the word because we know what's now done. What was the word? So obviously we have to file the one that was haunted under. They broke the secure, they took everything, they went somewhere. And in that sense, they pretended, no, you had to stay under You were worried. No, no, you were scared. No, you were scared. You had to stay. You had there was gonna they were scared. You were scared. Why? Because they were gonna take your soul. They were gonna take everything inside. Everything was gonna go. But I said that no, they're not God. So only God can do it for you. Yes, because you might you believed. But the ones that could have taken the soul, they have been given the power to take the soul. Because they're not God, the ones who have then been, or they are in use of power to then take everything that uses, no, everything that will cause you to believe. And ones that do not believe in the soul, they believe in the machine, they believe in the body, how it works, how everything functions, the cells, from where they do well. They were done. So, what was it that caused that one to break and enter the where they have sat not now, but moved around? We might need to find the haunted one that might have the answer for a lot of now. In fact, they might have said, why would you leave one there? Why would you go? Where were you gone? What were you? What's the word that you won't use? Why not? Now you see another side. Because when you were on that side, now you're on that side. You go from the out to the not out. You go to the inside. You go to the not outside. You go to where you were not inside, outside, gone. So, 1 second. So what would I have them not known? Obviously, the one that was haunted might have been haunted, but they had nothing against you. They would not want to take the soul. Your soul's there. You move your mouth. You move your everything. Then it still goes into what you would say that has not taken what was inside of you then, and what would not use done the second, the third, the fourth, or the talk inside, not out. Shout. What was it? What was at the side? What was done at the side? What would one not know? What would one have known? You were naive. You never knew anything. You were dumb. You were swole. They took the zone. They took the inside. They cut through. They broke. So when they broke, why would I not know? Why would one have not got to know? What were you thick with? What were you swole with? Where were you gone? Where were you done? It's not a vain talk. It's something behind that. What was it? Go on. We need the. What was? 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 That's a bit too over. Bring it. No. What was? Nah. What was? Nah. It's going to echo through the thought instead. You're going to jump around and it's going to be on where you are. Zone then. Where you are zone. What? Where you're going to stand. You're going to move anywhere. You're going to be on that spot. You're going to move no thought or you have. So, what was it? What was it? What was it? What was behind the curtain then? You go around that side, but now you're on the inside. Because obviously you have to work now. You're in the wall. When you're in the wall on the side where you were not the good guy, you're at the one that's not good. You're at the one where I would say, I have lost trust. The faith, no, it won't be the belief. I believe in my God. So, what was what you do now? You can't go near I because that would give. What did you do and why would you? Well, you got to think. Was the one that was in the window scared of you? Are you haunted? Pinch your eye. No. Anyway, why? Because then that thing does something. It can prove that then there's something inside there. We're not the T2000. It's just a part of the 4-1 needs to harden. That's all. So, or we can be the machines, or we can be the processors. There are statistics. It goes with order. No. What was it? Does it whack? Yeah. Does it hurt? No. Well, so what was it? What's the answer? We need it. We need it. We need it. What was it? You're not going to say, take care. Where are you? No. Where are you? Whoa. Why? Where? How? What? When? No. Why did the one that was haunted not tell anyone, but give a hint then? I had a nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare. It was a dream then. It turned from a good side to a bad side. Oh, not the words to use. Why? What was it? Go on. I need to know. How? Why? Go. No. Go. When? Where? What was it? You need to you need to hand the answer. Hand the answer. So I need to put it on there. I need to hand it. I need to give it. I need to use the fingers. No, you need to use the hand. You need to use only that side then. Down. So, what was the answer? What was the answer? What was the way? If I don't believe in the one that's haunting, or the one that they will take the soul from the inside, they work for the one that goes down the ground. But then we can't say that because then we're going to the squeak. We're going to then you're going, no. So, what was it? What was it? What was it? You can't end. You can't go. No, you can't. 1 second, I will be back. So what was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? I think my plastic security guard could not tell oneself the truth behind the scene because I wasn't old enough to know the truth. I wasn't old enough to know what could have been worse. I wasn't old enough to know that foot might have not done something at that year. Would it have done something now? Would it do something now? Would it do something now? Anyway, would it? That's the question the other one would want. Would it do something? Would it have anything behind it? Does it do anything? Go on. I want to know how. That one's quiet from you from so long. You were naive. You're dumb. You're swole. It was easy. There must have been a way. It must be you. It must be that. That's why. You won't. You will. You won't. You will. That's why. Because I was dumb. Because I was swole. Well, then obviously you were. How could that have? How could that have? Why would you not know? How would you not know? Can you not know? You must not know. You must not. You should. You would not. You could not. What? What would you not know? I, Wasif Ali, will be back on the 21st of October, 2025. I still won't know. But then I need to find out. So you must sit down and you must read. You must look into why. I thought you said you were going to be back. You won't. No, you will. Why? Where? Wow. How? No. That's what you need to know. But then it's ending on that kind of, no, you can't, no, you can't go, no. I haven't got the, I won't know. No one's given oneself the answer yet. The answer's not there. One can't give the answer. They said that, you were only there. So, I can't question the what at night. I can't dream. I can't give another side. So, maybe now we know. No, no, no. Yeah. I'll be back. No, you won't. You've already said that. I know. Yeah. Questions of the thought? No. Yes? No. Why? Because without the reality, one won't know. Because you've given the haunted talk. The haunted talk. Brilliant. Yeah, that doesn't work. What was the talk? We need the real one. We need what word? How? How? How I'll put it on the dot? How I'll put it on the... I'll see everyone on the 21st of October 2025. Or you might see I don't know. I have to think of how that works again. Bye.